Amber was a hell of a records keeper, and she announced a date when it had been 1 year since she and Lucky had first settled Starlight. So much had changed in that year. We all grew to know each other on a far more intimate level. We also welcomed two more among our ranks, a youngest and an eldest. The youngest, that was 8-year-old Wolfgang, a troubled boy. He had escaped from a slaver's caravan. The eldest, that was Damien. Lucky never liked Damien. He didn't trust him on account of his being damn near adult. And in fact, Damien used his age as an excuse to exert his authority. He even took Amber to bed. Now, she was old enough to make her own decision, and she entered into the relationship freely, but one could never convince Lucky of that fact. Lucky was resentful. If nothing else, he became a more efficient guard, more lethal, more deadly than ever. Raiders, they would attack, using pipe weapons. And yet Lucky stuck to his spear, using a combination of stealth and audacity. He dispatched our attackers one by one. He was often aided by Damien, though he'd claim he never needed the help. Damien was an excellent marksman. But Damien's contributions, they went beyond a proficiency with firearms. He built us an entryway, which kind of doubled as a lounge. And I can't tell you how many radiation storms or just flat out thunderstorms we spent hunkered down there, swapping stories, laughing. But through all the frivolity and cheer, you could see it. You could see it in Lucky's eyes. He was boiling over. His contempt for Damien was so damn strong that we should have seen it coming. I mean, Lucky was plotting how best he could get to Damien. As he laid there on the floor of the Tower Cafe, Amber's sleeping bag next to him was now occupied by Wolfgang, who was no conversationalist. Lucky plotted for some time. That much was clear. But through it all, it seems like he didn't develop a plan. He just finally lashed out. You know, Lucky's old quote-unquote throne. It was now Damien's throne. And Damien would sit there, pipe rifle in hand, and he'd dare us to do the most absurd things, like flip over that blue car, attack that speaker with your spears until it breaks. Let's see who can wait in the radiation pool the longest, and when you didn't do things to his satisfaction, he'd fire a shot. It would miss. And being such a marksman, when he missed, it was on purpose. But nonetheless, it made it seem as though the threat was real. You know, he told Lucky to stop building that fence. Said that if we were attacked, it would be with firearms and the fence wouldn't matter. Lucky stopped. As for me, I was still living next to the dogs. Boxer, Topo, and Scroungy. And I was starting to get to like them, but though they were still dumb as rocks. I got a curtain to cover up my doorway, which afforded me a little more privacy. Another thing that really got under Lucky's skin was his new nickname. You know, he liked Blamco mac and cheese and cram. Well, Damien found out about that, and one day Lucky was hauling in this big stone from the nearby quarry. He said he wanted to use it as a bench, and Damien just started dressing him down in front of everyone. And to top it off, he called him that name, Blamco Crab. And that name stuck. I mean, no one but Damien called him that, but Damien constantly referred to him as Blamco Crab. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It's not like Lucky's current name. You know, Drake it Mass. I mean, that seems to have a little bit of gravitas. Blamco Cram does not. You know, in fact, in my later years, I realized that Drake it Mass, if you went up the I-3 out of Boston, you'd come to a place called Drake it, Massachusetts. And I can't help but think that that's where Lucky came from. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. You know, Damien did build me a gardener's shed. I guess I kind of missed him. I liked him. I hated what happened. Lucky just went after him with the spear. Damien fired a couple shots, hit Lucky with buckshot. Then the two of them, they danced around that overturned blue car. Lucky would peek his head out, Damien would fire and reload. Rinse and repeat. Until finally, at one point, when Damien was reloading, Lucky closed in, real quick like he did with the Raiders. And then, I don't know how Amber ever forgave him. I don't know if she ever did. But one thing is for sure. In that moment, Lucky was king again.